Yo, this is Lefty. So, anyway, check my undercard video that I posted. Now, this is the Daniel Jacobs versus Triple G main event. Um, Now, Daniel Jacobs opened up as a 7-1 underdog, I believe, when the fight was announced. I'm going to say right now, this fight should be closer than 7-1 because Daniel Jacobs, he's got real power. He's got, Stevens, Lemieux type power. He's got Triple G type power. So, one thing about this fight is I'm going to say right off the bat, if I see the fight as 3-1 to 4-1, which is still pretty wide. So, I would say take it like a $10 flyer, put it on Daniel Jacobs, and if he ends up knocking out Triple G for some reason, you just got 8-1 odds, 7-1 odds. So you put $10 on him, you get 80 back. There's worse ways to spend $10. Let's put it that way. Now to get on for the analysis of this fight, Daniel Jacobs, he's a good fighter, a well-rounded fighter. Good jab, good movement, could fight off the back foot and the front foot. He's got responsible defense. He keeps his hands up. He pivots. He turns. He's a very good fighter with elite power. However, his one downfall is his chin. He did get knocked out against Dmitry Pirog. Dmitry Pirog used some slick movement in that fight. When he knocked out Daniel Jacobs, he did what they call shifted, and he moved into a southpaw stance, back into an orthodox stance, and he hit Jacobs from an angle that he didn't expect. Jacobs went down, never got up. People say that Jacobs was distracted by the death of a family member before the fight. And even though that could affect your mindset, he still looked good in that fight. And he didn't look all that different from what he's been looking. He's a little bit more filled out now, and he doesn't move as much. Jacobs at times was on his bike in that fight. So, but technically, he's still the same guy. So I want to see, so I'm not sure that we can just say, Daniel J. When you get put down with the right hand like that, it doesn't matter who died. It mattered, you just got knocked out. So, it wasn't a systematic beatdown, is what I'm saying. I think Daniel Jacobs, before Pirog landed that right hand, I want to say Daniel Jacobs had landed 35 punches the round before. So, he just had some success. He just got caught. And he got caught by Sergio Mora, of all people. He knocked Sergio Mora down. He was going in for the kill. Sergio Mora caught him with a left hand. Daniel Jacobs went in reckless, and he got put down. So Daniel Jacobs, his chin, I think, leaves something to be desired. I think that's going to be his downfall in this fight. He's a good fighter, elite power, does everything pretty well. And as for Triple G, people say that he doesn't move his head as much. I've seen videos of him sparring. He does move his head. It's just a matter of what he wants to do. I think Triple G, if he knows he can take your shots, he doesn't mind taking them. I think He can be defensively responsible if he wants to. And no fight is more evidence of that than the David Lemieux fight that he had. Triple G was maintaining distance with his jab. He was pumping 40 jabs around, and he was always in or out. He was never in that middle range where Lemieux likes to get off his shots. He was never, I'm not sure if, Lemieux might have landed 10 or 15 shots all night. And that's kind of what I'm expecting Triple G to do here, is basically replicate that David Lemieux strategy he had. Pump the jab, keep the output up, maintain distance, and in the second half of the fight, you take it over. Now, Daniel Jacobs, he weighed in at the 30-day weigh-in at 175, which leads me to wonder, what is he walking around at? At 30 days, that's 4 weeks. Assuming an 8 to 10 week training camp, I'd say he's walking, he walked around at 190. So he's got to lose 30 pounds in training camp as an elite athlete? Okay. So then he weighs in at 167 the week of the fight. 3 days ago or whatever. So he's got to lose 7 pounds in 7 days. What is it? 3,600, 3,200 calories less than he's taken in now. He's been losing a lot of weight in the last 30 days. And the reason why I think he walked around so high for this fight, because against Pirog, he entered in the ring at 170. I think he's going to enter in the ring almost 180 for this fight. So look for that. Also, I think the reason why he walked around so high was I think he's trying to build himself up, trying to increase his muscle mass to increase his power against Triple G. So I think he's just trying to be bigger. He's already a naturally bigger guy than Triple G. Triple G walks around probably at 175. The dude weighed in at the 30-day weigh-in at 163 or whatever, 165, which is nothing. So he's fighting at around his walking weight. So Daniel Jacobs is already a big guy. He's trying to accentuate his strengths in this fight, which is his size and his power. And I think that reveals his game plan. Why are you going to build up that much muscle and be that big just to move? Why are you going to be that big and kill yourself making weight because you generated this extra muscle mass just to be on the back foot? That seems like a waste to me. And when Lamont Peterson did it, I was critical of him too, because why are you going to be that big and then move that much against Danny Garcia and then lose the early rounds? So one thing you got to think about is, how did Jacobs look against Mora in that 12-round fight? Why hasn't he fought power punchers since the Pirog loss? Aside from Peter Quillen, who was weight drained. And we know that if a fighter is weight drained, that affects their punch resistance, which led to the knockout. So I think that Jacobs is going to try to bang with Triple G and try to hurt him in the first few rounds, and then try to keep him at distance. I don't think he's going to try to move too much, but he's just going to hit Triple G hard. He's going to try to hit Triple G hard enough just to keep him off him. And I just that's kind of where I'm at with it. And if you come in that big and you move a lot, that's just a waste of energy. You know, when you increase your muscle mass, when you have those muscles, they require more oxygen. And why would you go to the extreme of building that muscle mass that require more oxygen if you're going to require more oxygen to move? That's why, you know, that's a mistake in a game plan if he does that. If he does it for long stretches. Which is why I think Triple G should and probably will try to out-jab him early, let Daniel Jacobs get tired, and then come for him in the later rounds. I'm guessing TKO 9, unless he catches him early with something. You know, that's more of a, you know, shot that he didn't see. But I'm looking for Triple G to break him down, TKO 10, after Jacobs get tired from the muscle mass that he has. That's where I'm at with it. I just think Triple G's got elite skills. And he went 345-5 in the amateurs. You don't get to that record in the amateurs by just, you know, not having skills and not being able to defend yourself. So I think you're going to see, you know, the real Triple G in this fight. You're going to see him being defensively responsible. He's going to have his offense and defensive games together. And you know, I just really see Triple G attempting to have the biggest middleweight year that's been seen in a while. You know, he's gonna try to beat Jacobs. He's gonna try to fight Saunders, and then if Canelo wants any, then he's gonna try to beat him too. That's a pretty good year. So, you know, hit me up in the comments section. What are your predictions? What do you see going on in this fight? Let me know. Another thing, check out my fighter profile. It's called Lefty's Lookout. It's a profile on Anthony Joshua, the European European heavyweight champ. Check that out. It's pretty detailed. Let me know if you have any other fighters that you want me to go over. I already got a request for Demetrius Andrade, so I'm gonna get to work on that. It's gonna be a while before you see him though, because when I do those fighter profiles, I do watch every single fight that they have, and I make detailed notes. So, you know, it's gonna take me 45 minutes per fight that they have. So if you have somebody in mind, let me know. But just know that it's gonna take a while. Okay. But what you're going to get is quality in those videos. So, lefties out, let me know. Hey, hit me with the sub. Hit me with the like. You know, subscribe to my channel. Also, you know, tell people about me. So far, the channel is 19-9-2. We've had 5 or 6 really close fights that ended up being 7-5. So, you know, and all those, you know, and those that we've lost too. So, you know, my record could be a lot better, but it's boxing. So hit me up. And if you're in the Midwest, stay warm. It's snowing outside. Lefties out.